Many have tried, many have failed, only one has ever succeeded. This is Ninja Warrior of Halo! Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Ninja Warrior of Halo. I'm Hunter Unit 751. So far, 96 challengers have taken on Stage 1, and an exciting 11 have succeeded. From Cam2602, who was the first, to I Spiteful, who was the latest. Special recognition should also go to Double who I stupidly forgot to mention in the last episode, made history by becoming the 100th person to ever clear Stage 1 in Ninja Warrior of Halo history. Well done to Today, the final 4 challengers are taking on Stage 1. They are the best of the best. They've earned the highest numbers, but now they have to show that they deserve it. Will they all succeed? Let's finish Stage 1. And first up out of the final 4, with a derpy intro, yes, it's the king of the derps himself, X-Dom Bomb X, but now with a twist. X-Dom Bomb X has been competing since Tournament 3 and has been in every tournament since. And he's made quite an impression ever since he made his debut when he infamously ignored the rolling ball. Since then, he's gone on to be considered one of the craziest, if not the craziest competitor of all time, doing all kinds of weird little tricks and skills on this course whenever he can. But despite these characteristics and him acting like a bit of a clown, he is without doubt one of the most dedicated competitors on this show. And in recent tournaments, he's also become one of the most successful. He's made it to the 3rd stage for the last 3 straight tournaments, finished in the top 4 each time, and got further and further, which culminated in him making it to the cliffhanger last time out. This success, along with his dedication, has meant I've decided to make Dom a member of the All-Stars. He is now a member of the top group of competitors, and will now be considered one of the top-ranked competitors. The question is, will he throw aside his derpish ways and put on the performance worthy of an All-Star? This will be his first chance to show that he is one of the top competitors. Can Dom continue to improve, or will he suffer a shock early exit? Let's see if Dom is up to the challenge. So Dom, now a member of the All-Stars, making his 12th appearance on the course, which is the joint record for most ever appearances on this show. He spent a lot of his time as a derp and acting like a derp, but he's a successful one, and now he's a member of the All-Stars. Can he show that he deserves it? He begins his adventure as an All-Star on the prism jumps. And he's over them nicely, and already done a 360, and another one. Dom's clearly not interested in throwing away his derpish ways just yet. He may be an All-Star, but he's still a derp at heart. He's onto the rolling ball. He's doing it sideways. Oh my god, he's actually done a 360 on the rolling ball. Jesus, his friggin' derp levels have gone into overdrive today. Over the cross bridge nicely, now for the jump hang. Taking this one seriously. Hits the trampoline, and oh, that was close there by Dom, but he has made it. Speaking of this Wally, Operation Dom is going to be temporarily on hold over the Easter holidays because Dom's not at university, so he can't do any episodes at the moment, so blame him for that. But they'll be back after the holidays. Anyways, onto the crooked wall, a little bit to the side there by Dom, but he still does a 360. Now for the warped wall. He's failed this 3 times before. That's more than anyone else. Can he get it today? Oh, not on the first attempt. Dom, time could become an issue here. 2nd attempt. He's made it this time. 14 seconds left on the clock. He should make it. Landed it, 10 seconds. He's still messing around like an absolute derp, even though the klaxon's screaming at him. But he still makes it with 4.2 seconds left on the clock. Dom completes Stage 1 for the 4th tournament in a row, and his reign as an All-Star gets off to a great start. Next up, heading to the start line, is Buddy Jumps. Buddy Jumps made his debut on this course in the last tournament, and it proved to be a very successful one. He came in first place in the qualifiers, earning himself a high number, and then he showed that he deserved that high number, as he was able to defeat the revamped Stage 1 with ease, becoming one of the 9 challengers in that tournament to complete it. He then almost made it a dream debut when he nearly made Stage 3, but just ran out of time on the vehicle ramps. That, however, is only one of the reasons why he's been given such a high number for today's tournament. The other is that he comes into this on the back of achieving total victory on Smoky Massacre's course. In Tournament 7, he was able to defeat the first 3 stages with ease and advance to the final stage. But in the final stage, he stunned everyone, as he was able to complete it with ease, becoming the first person ever to achieve total victory on Smoky's course and become a Grand Champion. He's now one of the select few that's ever managed to defeat a Halo Ninja Warrior obstacle course. He achieved that feat in just his second appearance on Smoky's course. Now, as he comes into his second appearance on this course, could he do the unthinkable again and complete and achieve total victory on this course? So, Buddy, a Grand Champion, he will now understand the pressures that stand with him by being a Grand Champion, the same pressures that Ree feels when he does this course. Can he live up to them? Can he handle the pressure? Over the butterfly wall, onto the rolling ball. Buddy is a master tactician. He knows all of the top jumping skills, and he likes to practice these courses so that, in a sense that he wants to know how to do every obstacle before he attempts the course. He's that precise and adept about it. Onto the cross bridge. Oh, I don't think he calculated that though. He is safe. Onto the jump hang. He was impressive on his debut in the last tournament, but surely he can't do the unthinkable and achieve total victory on just his second appearance on this course as well, just as he did on Smoky's course. Onto the crooked wall. Handles it nicely with ease. Down to the warped wall. Goes straight into that. And he makes it first time. Onto the final steps. It looks like that was a bit laggy. It looks like our German competitor Buddy is going to make it to Stage 2 once again, and he makes it with 18.6 seconds left on the clock. Buddy completes Stage 1 for the second tournament in a row, and the Halo Ninja Warrior Grand Champion is advancing to Stage 2. Before we continue, guys, let's have a look at Stage 1's overall Ninja Killer. As previously mentioned, this is the longest ever Stage 1 in Ninja Warrior Halo history. And of the 8 obstacles, it's the very first one, the prism jumps, that have caused the most problems, taking out 21 of the 100 challengers. Closely following it is the rolling ball. This obstacle was the Ninja Killer in Tournament 13, and it was right behind the prism jumps in this tournament, taking out 19 competitors, which actually means between them, the prism jumps and the rolling ball took out 2/5 of the competition. Special recognition should also go to the jump hang. This version was replaced in Tournament 13 for a harder version which took out 17 competitors. However, it was brought back for this tournament, and incredibly it actually managed to take out 15 challengers, including some of the top veterans. So clearly another obstacle to watch out for. 2 competitors left to go now. Next up is Mr. Crabman, Smoky Massacre. Smoky Massacre has been competing since Tournament 5 on the Halo Reach course, but it's his performances on the Halo 4 course that have really stood out, as the host of Halo Ninja Warrior has really stepped up his game on Halo 4. He's put in a lot of practice, and in recent tournaments, it's paid off. Like Dom, he's made it to the 3rd stage for the last 3 straight tournaments, and improved every time. But in the last tournament, he stunned everyone. Not only was he able to defeat Stage 1 and 2 with ease once again, but in Stage 3, he came within a whisker of making it to the final stage, tragically wiping out on the very last obstacle. It was still an incredible performance that earned Smoky the first place finish in that tournament, and like Dom, he has now been made a member of the All-Stars. He is currently the man to beat, but the question is, could Smoky go even further in this tournament? So, Smoky Massacre, the Crabman, the host of Halo Ninja Warrior, could he do the unthinkable and make it to the final stage in this tournament? His adventure begins now. 95 seconds, 8 obstacles. And he's got his adventure off to a great start. Beats the first obstacle in just 5 seconds. Now for the butterfly wall. And he does that in 5 seconds as well. Smokey has learned to do these courses really fast. A lot of practice has gone in. That is probably, running his own obstacle course has probably helped, as he's had to test his own obstacles to make sure that they all work and they're all legit. But he has also put in a lot of practice on these courses prior to doing runs, and it has really paid off in recent tournaments. He stood out as potentially becoming the #1 competitor on this course. And he's certainly showing it at the moment. Onto the crooked wall. Assesses it just for a split second and then makes it look easy, although he's a bit to the side. Smokey, that was close. Onto the warped wall. Oh, he can't get up it first time. Second time. He has failed this obstacle once before, but not today. Onto the final steps. He's still got bags of time in hand. He's not going to beat Spiteful's record time, but it is still 28.1 seconds left on the clock, which is the 3rd fastest ever time in Ninja Warrior of Halo history. Well done to Smokey. It was never really in doubt, to be honest. He has set out a mark that he intends to go far in this tournament, and he's got it off to a fantastic start. He beat the prism jumps in record time, pretty much 5 seconds, and he never once faltered. The closest he came was on the crooked wall, and even then he looked in control, and for the 4th tournament in a row, he is advancing to the 2nd stage. Which brings us on to our final competitor, Mr. 100. It's not Re95, it is Drago is Sick. Drago is Sick is one of the most experienced jumpers ever on Halo. He's been competing since Tournament 2 and made it to Stage 2 8 times. He's been to the final stage once before in Tournament 5 and been there twice on Smokey's course. But 2 tournaments ago he suffered a shock elimination when he went out early on Stage 2. He then followed that up with a heartbreaking defeat in Tournament 7 of Smokey's course when he failed the final stage for a 2nd time and Buddy cleared it on his first try. This led to a question. Is Drago good enough? Is he good enough to be considered the #1 jumper on Halo? He's been doing Halo jumping since the Spartan Warrior days on Halo 3 back in 2009, and he was widely considered to be the #1 competitor on Smokey's course before Buddy achieved total victory. On this course, however, since he's made it to the final stage back in Tournament 5, he's not made it back there since, and other competitors have started to catch up with him. The 2 failures he suffered saw him take a break from Halo jumping, in which he missed Tournament 13 of my course and Tournament 8 of Smokey's course. And as we saw in Tournament 13, competitors like Smokey once again surpassed Drago's previous performances. But now he's back and he's decided, no choice, got to make a comeback. He spent much of his Ninja Warrior of Halo career in Ree's shadow as the number two competitor. But now he's determined more than ever to become the #1 competitor. The question is, will Drago's comeback be successful? Will he make it back to the final stage in this tournament? Or will he suffer yet another heartbreaking defeat? Let's see how he fares in Stage 1. Drago is Sick, come off the purple Spartan, come off the jumper, come off Drago is Sick. And it was almost a bad start to his comeback there, but he has recovered nicely. Onto the butterfly wall. He is one of the most experienced jumpers ever, alongside Re95 and Double Ump on these courses, but he's never been able to taste the success that they have. Oh, the Drago, that was close there on the rolling ball. Fortunate to land on the stopper there. It's a bit of a shaky run so far. He's onto the cross bridge. This is the first time he's ever tried this obstacle, but he handles it nicely. Now for the jump hang. He goes for it, hits the trampoline and lands it. Nicely done. As I say, yes, he's never had the joy of achieving total victory on whether it be Spartan Warrior, Halo Ninja Warrior, Ninja Warrior of Halo. He's not achieved it on any of them. He's also had to watch Buddy and Re95 on this course achieve total victory when he couldn't. Handles the crooked wall with ease. Onto the warped wall, his old friend, and he makes it look easy, like he's never been away. Onto the final steps. Fantastic performance by Drago so far. A little bit low there, but he's still got plenty of time in hand. Drago is sick, climbing to the top, and he makes it with 24.3 seconds left on the clock. There's not a single competitor that wouldn't have wanted Drago to succeed. And he does get his own little record by beating stage 1 for the 6th straight appearance in a row. Not 6 straight tournaments, but it is 6 straight appearances in a row, which is a record. And a shitty camera angle to spoil the moment. It didn't get off to the best of starts for Drago. He almost slipped off the very first prism and only just made it on the rolling ball. But as he got further into his run, he gained in confidence, and by the end he would have had a big smile as he finishes stage 1 in style. And that brings to an end stage 1, guys. 100 challengers took on the course and a heap of records were broken. We saw 15 competitors defeat stage 1 successfully, the most ever in Ninja Warrior Halo history. We also saw amongst them 7 competitors that will take on stage 2 for the first time ever, also a record, including 2 newcomers, which means this is the 8th tournament in a row we've had at least 1 newcomer make it to stage 2, and the 3rd tournament in a row where we've had at least 2. Also going through is Spiteful, who got the fastest ever time through stage 1. He was followed by the All-Stars, Smokey Massacre and Drago is Sick. Cam2602 got the fastest time out of the 7 competitors that are taking on stage 2 for the first time ever. Snozbreeze came 6th. Double Ump became the 100th person to ever defeat stage 1 in Ninja Warrior Halo. He came 10th. All-Star X came 13th, that's lucky. And Rockzilla came in with the slowest time. But now these 15 competitors need to stop the celebrations of stage 1 and prepare for stage 2. This stage will prove to be just as challenging, if not more challenging, than stage 1 was. As always, this stage is all about speed, and the competitors will be tested on 6 different obstacles in different kinds of ways, including a brand new obstacle that the competitors have not been able to prepare for. The question is, who has what it takes to defeat this wicked maze of hanging shields, rolling balls and mongoose ramps? We've seen a record number of competitors make it to this stage in this tournament. The question is, will we see a record number advance to the 3rd stage? Let the battle for stage 2 commence. First up in stage 2, returning competitor Rockzilla. He has 80 seconds to complete 6 obstacles. He got the slowest time through stage 1, so speed will be key here. This is his 2nd appearance on the course. His first was in Tournament 11 when he failed the Tarzan slide. But now he goes on the chain reaction. Oh, and he's gone! He's gone already! Rockzilla, what happened there? As he made the jump over the chain reaction, he hits the shield too early. You've got to hit the shield in just the right spot so you'll launch onto the other hanging ledge and make it to the other side. But you can see there he hit it too early and hit the corner. He just missed out, and Rockzilla becomes only the 4th person ever to fail the chain reaction. Next up is ORL driver Eltmet. And with actually Elite MKB shock elimination in stage 1, it actually means Eltmet's the only ORL driver in stage 2. He's probably actually also the person I least expected out of the 15 that made it. He was probably the least expectant to make it to stage 2, simply because he's never made it to the jump hang before today's tournament. But he made it there today, and he beat it, and beat all the other obstacles to advance to the 2nd stage. And he's going nicely at the moment over the brick climb onto the spider walk. Made up of 3 sections. You've got to go up, across and down. Oh, Elmet! Oh, he's tried to take it too fast, and he's gone already as well. Now it's the turn of the first man that was able to defeat stage 1 in this tournament. It is Cam2602, one of the British jumpers. I know this guy in real life. He's a really nice guy. Very happy that he made it to stage 2. Can he deliver though and make it to stage 3? And does the chain reaction nicely, showing us how it's done. Onto the brick climb, the unfailable obstacle. Just got to get up it as fast as you can. This stage is all about speed, guys. Every second counts, so you need to make up time wherever you can. Onto the spider walk. As I say, made up of 3 sections. You've got to go up, across, and then down. Going up is probably the hardest bit of them all, because you've got to get these jumps just right. He's made it. Now going across, probably the easiest part. And then you've got to wiggle your way down. Got to move left and right and get out the little hole and not fail. Cam is being really slow at the moment though. He's being very cautious onto the balance tank. Now he didn't pick up a gun at the start. You are allowed to roll the ball onto the track before you get onto it. He's not done that. He's already short on time and now he's losing even more time. This is not looking good for Cam with just 13 seconds left on the clock. Come on, Cam, you need to hurry up! The klaxon sounds. He's onto the metal spin. This is the new obstacle. It's just like Smokey. He's got to land on the hanging column, get to the other side. He's onto the vehicle ramps. There's no hope. Even a time machine couldn't save him now. And he wipes out in style. Bye-bye, Cam. Next up is one of the newcomers, Master Nuramak. He was very impressive in Stage 1 with his interesting techniques he had for some of the obstacles. He did admit beforehand though that he hasn't put in as much practice for Stage 2 and 3 as he did for Stage 1. Will that lack of practice show? On to the brick climb. Going up at a nice pace and onto the spider walk. This is probably the obstacle where you will want to make up the most amount of time because it takes the longest. It's the obstacle that takes the longest to complete. He's also been a bit slow on the climb, but he is up to the top, going across, and now coming down. Go to the left, to the right, to the left, and then carefully out the hole, and he's onto the balance tank. Now he does shoot it to get it rolling. This is the way to do it. Nicely done. Although he did almost jump off the other side there. Now, oh my god, what's he doing? Oh, he's gone for the stopper. That's a nice technique. That saved him a couple of seconds. Onto the metal spin. He could still make this. He lands it. What's he doing? Come on, Nuramak! You haven't got time for this! Cautious there. Onto the vehicle ramps. 10 seconds left on the clock. Klaxon sounds. 3 jumps. Come on, 5 seconds. This is going to be close. 1 jump. Nuramak! Oh no, Nuramak! You're out of time. Oh, he's probably a split second too late. Oh, why did he slow down so much at the end there? He was going at an okay-ish pace, maybe could have gone a little bit faster on the spider walk, but he was still going okay. He did make up a few seconds here with a good technique on the balance tank, but the new obstacle, the metal spin, has already inadvertently taken out its first competitor because Nuramak took too long to get off the obstacle, and as a result, he won't be advancing to Stage 3 on his debut. Bad luck to Nuramak, but it was still a fantastic debut. Last up to go in today's episode is the other newcomer, Gotanks. This guy was very impressive in Stage 1, went very fast, so he'll be hoping it can continue. That speed can continue in this stage. He'll need it to continue in this stage because we've already seen, even with Nuramak, he didn't go that slow, but he still just ran out of time. Onto the brick climb. Gotanks also competes on Smokey's course, so he is familiar with these obstacle courses. Can he put on a good performance though? Onto the spider walk. Ooh, good. A little bit on the outside there on that jump, but he's still safe. Now going across. Going for the reverse camera angle here. He's also going a little bit slow. Not too slow, he's still going okay at the moment. Heading down and onto the balance tank. Now this was the same amount of time that Nuramak had when he reached the balance tank, about 30 seconds. Nuramak didn't take a gun, but he's got it rolling nicely. Okay, he's off it. Okay, a bit laggy there, I do apologise. Onto the metal spin. Can he handle this obstacle? He's familiar with it on Smokey's course. Yes, he does handle it. He's onto the vehicle ramps. Well, what the hell was that? Okay, the screen just went really weird then for a split second. 10 seconds is the klaxon sound. Come on, Nuramak, it's going to be close. No, it's not going to be close because Nuramak's done it! 4.6 seconds left on the clock. Nuramak defeats Stage 2 on his debut. Incredible stuff from Nuramak. Nuramak? Gotanks. Did I say Nuramak the whole way through that? I meant Gotanks. Do apologise for that. Sorry, Gotanks. Gotanks was going really fast. Oh god, I can't even speak. He was going at a nice pace for all the obstacles. Handled the balance tank nicely, handled the metal spin quickly, and then he got off the vehicle ramps very nicely, and he has booked his place as the first so far to make it to Stage 3. And that brings to an end today's episode, guys. We saw the final 4 challengers take on Stage 1, and all of these top veterans succeeded to make it 15 through to Stage 2, a record. And we've just seen the first 5 out of those 15 take on Stage 2, and for 4 of them it was the end of the road. 2 of them did come close, but ran out of time at the end. But we do have 1 man advancing. Gotanks, the newcomer, was able to handle all the obstacles nicely and finish within the strict time limit. We still have 10 competitors waiting to take on Stage 2, including all 8 of the veterans and the All-Stars. So, who else has what it takes to join Gotanks in Stage 3? Until next time, guys, like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time for Stage 2. Until then, I've been HuntingIt751. Bye-bye.